What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Just before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and turn on the post notifications. It's free, and it'll notify you whenever we drop another banger just like this video. Plus, it'll help us reach our goal of 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the video. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to The Release, the best podcast on earth. We are national. We are worldwide. We are in America, Canada, Singapore, and Serbia. Serbia, bro! You know what?
Those are the four most woke countries in the world.
Everyone else countries in the world.
Everyone else sucks.
Exactly. And you know how many basketball players are going to start coming out of Serbia? They're going to dominate the league in a few years. I guarantee it.
That's fact. That's fact.
Giannis is on the uprise. Luka's on the uprise. All these guys, man. But before we get into the video, drumroll, Mike. Drumroll, Mike. Give me a drumroll. We got a sponsorship today. Today. Yes, we do. So, special thanks to our sponsorship, Canon, okay? K-A-N-E-N. This is my friend's clothing brand, and she sells handmade clothing inspired by all your favorite shows and animes. My favorite show is Avatar: The Last Airbender, and she made me this.
Look at that. That's craftsmanship.
I would turn around, but I don't got enough room in my studio. But like I have some crazy stuff in my studio. She prints, she draws, and everything. She is selling a new pair of jeans that she just made on her story. I will have the links to her Instagram and her I think it's pronounced grilled or grilled.
Oh, is it? Oh, Grail or something?
Grailed.
Grailed.
She sells on Grailed, and she's booming right now. Her clothing is amazing. She sells to people in like Europe, America, Canada. Her stuff bangs.
I saw that, and not just because she's a sponsor. I just saw that sweater, and I'm thinking of ordering one right now.
It's sick. She makes everything. She can make anything for you. I'm thinking about getting release sweaters made. It's insane.
Damn. Okay.
It's insane, man. But yeah, this is a sick thing. But yes, the link to both her Grailed account and her Instagram account will be in the description. And like I just said, she is selling a pair of jeans, custom made, that she drew on, and they look beautiful. I will display them on the screen right now. Mike, we can't see it right now because we are live. But let's get right into this. So thank you guys for clicking on this video, okay? Make sure to like, subscribe, share, turn on the post notifications, because then you could get notified whenever we drop another amazing video just like this one. By the way, we are available on YouTube, which you'll be watching this on. Recently, Twitch, yes, TikTok, where we've been exploding, Instagram, where we've been exploding, and then all your favorite podcasting networks. So that's Spotify, Anchor, all these things, because that's where you can find us. Apple Podcasts, I know that's a popular one.
Y'all have you can't say anything against not having us. We are everywhere.
We're everywhere.
Where you turn, you see Release, okay?
There's no excuse.
Doesn't matter. There is literally no excuse. It's free. Click all those buttons, okay?
It's all free. All free.
Come on. Tell your family. Get on this, because we're gonna blow up. We're gonna blow up in a bit.
We're gonna blow up.
You're gonna be mad when it says that you didn't join at 78 subscribers.
Exactly. We're at 7. Yeah, just like Mike said, we're at 78. We're so close, 22 away from our goal of 100 by the end of the year. Let's get this done. We are not even halfway through the year yet. Actually, we're in the 6th month. We're just about halfway through the year. So let's get that extra 22. Let's try and get it before Christmas, because that would be a wonderful Christmas gift for us. Okay.
Let's go.
Yes. But without further ado, let's get into some hot topics. The Clippers won in Game 7. They won in Game 7. Luka did everything he can. Kristaps Porzingis is a new playoff P. Pandemic P.
It took them 7 games. It took them 7 games.
No, it shouldn't have.
It shouldn't have. It was basically Doncic. Kristaps has not evolved over the time he's been in the league, so he's pretty much just that same 20 and 10 guy on a good night. Bad night, I don't even know where he's at. Okay.
Yeah. People were like, "Oh my goodness, guys!" Like, because he's getting a bag there, but they're gonna have to trade him this season for another piece. Because my goodness, that's gonna need to happen. Tom Thibodeau, Coach of the Year. Give a round of applause for Tom Thibodeau, man. He deserved that stuff. I don't care.
Monty Williams could have taken it too. But.
Of course, he's going further in the playoffs. But like we keep on saying on the show, it's regular season award, and Tom Thibodeau proved that he can do some good by that next team. And then speaking of coaches, Terry Stotts was fired from the Trailblazers. I never thought I'd actually see the day that he was fired. Like I think the three of us have been preaching that he's been having to get fired for a while. I don't know if he said it on the podcast or nothing, but I know for a fact that the three of us have at least said it once each.
And they always showed promise, because that team shouldn't be as good as they are. in
man.
a seeding that they are. What were they, six? Six
They
seed
were
this year?
they were the 6th seed this year. Yes, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, but I'm excited. We might see Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Billups would be such a great coach. I love Chauncey Billups.
I love him
Man.
as a person. I don't know, like he's assistant. Where is he assistant right now? He's assistant somewhere.
I think he's on LA or something. Let me look it up. Let me look it up.
Look it up, because I love that guy.
Where's Chauncey Billups coaching?
Fire player. Hopefully a good coach.
Oh yeah, no, the Clippers. Start. The Clippers. I knew it.
That's a fresh start.
Yeah.
Picking up.
And that'd be wonderful. Yeah, he'd fit the system. I want to see Jerry Stackhouse get a job so bad. David Yeager's still on the market, you know. Like all like the Celtics. The Celtics can hire one of those guys because remember, Brad Stevens got promoted.
Yep.
They're coachless right now, right? Mm-hmm. But let's get right into this. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, okay? This is the 3rd straight episode. That's not the PBNR playoffs. We apologize, okay? Pastor Brandon's been ducking us, okay? He's been like, you know what, David, I don't want to be on here, okay? You know, you guys are killing me 2-1, and I feel like I'm gonna get gentlemen swept. So like, there's no excuse for it, really. You know?
Yeah, he can't come out. He can't come out with his points, and you know, we'd bury him if he didn't come out. So
yeah, exactly, man. You're like, it's, you know. It's not like he's a grown man with like a full-time job, you know. He's ducking us. He's ducking us.
It's not like he has like stuff to do 24 hours a day.
Yeah, no, of course,
and like a wife or whatever.
Yeah, no, he yes, yeah, he's just you know, he's a pastor that works at a church 24/7. He could still come here.
By the grace of God. By the
grace of God. You know what? But Pastor Brandon, I hope that he submits me a video so that I could release it to you guys to explain why he has not been here. But in the name of the Lord, that he will come at least next week for the next episode. We will pray about it.
Mm-hmm.
But now let's get into this, okay? So we are up 2-1 in the PBNR playoffs. Just a quick summary, because I feel like most of you have forgotten since it's been so long. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we're up 2-1. Now, there's going to be a gentleman's sweep. I almost guarantee it, right? Now let's get into the video. Okay? So, as you could tell by the playoffs, a lot of our finals picks may have failed, primarily mine, the Heat getting swept in the first round. You're still going strong.
I can't relate. I'm sorry about that.
You and Brandon are still going strong. And then Jordan, I think he was arguing the Bucks. No, Jordan was arguing the Lakers, and now he was going to argue the Bucks. Yeah.
And then he switched to the Suns last second, but he couldn't make it here.
Yeah, he couldn't make it today, but that's okay. Because you know what? Mm-hmm. It still would have been a 2v1. Pastor Brandon pull up. You know,
it's true.
But you want to know what? It's just been a lot of like craziness going on. You know, the Bucks are down 2-0. Personally, I did not expect that. Delroy, I know you're watching. Leave me alone. Like it's just it's nothing I expected. I was preaching that they were gonna like get a gentleman's sweep, man, because that defense is impeccable. But it's scary.
I always have faith in Giannis too. I always have faith in Giannis. Looks better every season. Even though some people hate on him and say he doesn't have what it takes.
Yeah, he's still a top 5 MVP candidate again.
Yeah, give the man time, but it doesn't look too good for him so far. If he pulled this out though, I don't know.
If they pull this out against this Brooklyn team, it will be an amazing comeback. All-time comeback, in my opinion. But let's get right into it. So today we're going to be discussing who we think is going to be the new the champions with our new picks. Since mine went to garbage and Mike's had to stay the same, we're going to see if we can argue some new points here. So, Mike, I'm going to let you go ahead. Take it away.
Okay, I'm going to be real with y'all. Okay? I hate my pick. I actually hate my pick.
But you want to know what? I respect you for taking it on.
Not for their success. I love their success. Love being right. I hate super teams.
Preach.
With a passion. I hate how money has dominated the game, how the salary cap goes up and up and up. And there ain't no player distribution. Everyone's on one team. In the 90s, there were duos all over the place. Utah Jazz.
That's so fun. It's so fun.
The Bulls were in a super team, okay? We have guys like Utah, guys like Chicago, guys like Seattle. Like, just so fun to watch. And now we have the Brooklyn Nets, who can barely get people out to the Barclays Center. Let me just say that, okay?
You want to know what's getting them out to that Barclays Center? Those smoothies. Those big ass, like 1 liter smoothies. Those things look wonderful.
I'd go.
I'd go for a smoothie.
I'd watch like the Marlies if they gave me a 1 liter smoothie. But
facts.
And I hate hockey. But okay.
Can't watch no more
do-
hockey with the Leafs, man.
Yeah, honestly, it's a bad sport anyway.
Yeah.
Leave in the comments how much you hate hockey. Okay. But I'm gonna be honest. There's no way I can see past the super team going all the way. Okay. The Nets took the best play-in team, without a doubt. This is the best play-in team, the Celtics, in 5 games. They made them look easy. You know, no Jaylen Brown, whatever. Okay, they still added a guy like Evan Fournier to their team, and they couldn't do anything. They were powerless and got gentlemen swept. I'm gonna be frank with you guys. Okay, they concede tons of points. The Nets they took 126 in that game 4. It doesn't matter though, because they still won. They can outscore anyone. Tatum had 45 and 5.
Yeah.
And they still got beaten by like 15. 4 other people were double-digit scorers. That's beyond me, okay? I mean, it makes no sense. Marcus Smart, he should be locking people up left, right, and center, right? Like, they should have players to match up. They don't. It makes no sense. They went down in 5. They made them look like a warm-up team, okay?
Wow.
I don't understand it. They have 3 of the best players in their respective positions. Granted, Harden is out, whatever, because there's guys like Bruce Brown off the bench. He's starting now. Joe Harris off the bench, who can somehow score 25.
That shouldn't be possible.
That shows how big the 3-point is in our game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. It just gets boring after a while though, unless they're like Damian Lillard, Steph Curry type shots.
Yeah, I respect that, because when you point at the logo from like 40 feet, that's respect.
Yeah.
But Blake Griffin, he's getting the hops, even though he's been doing some sus stuff off the court lately.
Yeah.
Landry Shamet, Nicholas Claxton, they're great. I've been watching Landry since he was at Wichita State. Gross player.
I love Landry.
He's a good piece. For sure. They've taken the Bucks in 2 games without Harden. They beat him by 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was embarrassing to me.
And I hate how powerless other teams are towards these guys. I hate it. I actually hate it. But I can't look past them. Plus, I mean, you know, the only person on this podcast that has stayed with their team, a man by the name of Pastor Brandon, his team took 7 games. 7 games to take out Luka Doncic. What do you have to think? What do you have to say?
You literally just had to say Luka Doncic because it's just Luka. He's like the second person to average 35 and 10 behind Russell Westbrook. Jordan was telling me that the other day. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, they had Tim Hardaway. Granted, maybe some other players, but
he played well. He shot efficiently.
Again, he did for sure. I love the way he plays too. But took them 7 games, down 3-2. I don't know. Yeah. They don't look too convincing right now.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Well, hold up. Speaking of Tim Hardaway, Raptors. He's a free agent. That's all I'm gonna say. But
damn. Yeah, and y'all know we have the cap space too, because we have like
cap space. Because listen, we should make a video on this, but we gotta say, like, what will the Raptors do? Like, what will they do? We might even add that on at the end, but you never know, right? But
yeah,
man, I just can't get over their defense, and I say that watching the Bucks score 83 yesterday. But
86 or something crazy.
It was 83 to like 106. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Like, to say the least. You shouldn't have that happen to your team. You are an elite team with I'd like to think of a coach of the year candidate, 24/7 elite coach. I hate the way he looks, but you can't be letting that happen. You have some of the best defense in the league, some of the best defensive players in the league, 2-time MVP straight. Like Chris Middleton, who's a 50-40-90 shooter in himself. Drew Holiday, who's a top 10 playmaker and two-way player in the league. Like, great addition. So much better than Bledsoe. I was doubting it at first. it. And here I am saying this.
Bledsoe was so one-dimensional, and they took Holiday, who's always been good in the league, let's be honest.
Yeah, but of course. He was an all-star one year.
So much more. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I just can't get over the fact that this Bucks team, who swept my Heat They swept my Heat.
They made them look normal. Let's be honest, that was a bit of a one-season wonder. They will come back because
they'll come back. Don't worry. But
yeah,
I just found it amusing how they're a damn good team. Regardless, on paper they look like an amazing team, but this year in the playoffs they looked awful, and it was embarrassing as a Heat fan this playoffs. Because I don't know what it's like to be an actual Heat fan that's from Miami, but man, that was embarrassing.
I'd be ashamed of my team.
Right?
If that happened to the Raptors. They didn't even make the playoffs this year. But let's be honest, they don't have a team like the Heat. But I would dissociate myself from that team for a while because I'd be so ashamed.
Man, you came off one of the most convincing wins in the past 4 or 5 years in a series. Like literally, it was literally a buzzer beater by Chris Middleton and then 3 blowouts by 20 plus points each.
No pushback from that Heat team.
And then you go to the second round just to get absolutely dogged by the Nets, which is horrible to watch. That's horrible coaching. You're getting outcoached by Steve Nash.
No James Harden. Yeah.
No James Harden.
How?
How are you getting outcoached by Steve Nash? When you think about it,
being outcoached by Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah, like I was just gonna say, Mike D'Antoni and the rest of those assistant coaches, right? But damn, Mike D'Antoni is zero defense, like no defensive mind at all. Mike Budenholzer is a great two-way coach, and you have these guys on your team that are doing nothing. You're not playing them well. You're not playing them right, and it's awful to watch. However, I don't think it's going to be a sweep, but it's hard for me to defend you guys against these damn Nets. Because, first of all, I have like 5 bets going on. Like, I'm preying on the Nets' downfall. I have 5 bets going on, okay? It's horrible.
I'm preying on their downfall, too. I do not want to see them succeed. I want to see KD go down with injury. I don't even wish injury on everyone, but I hate KD that much. He's on his phone too much. He's pissing me off. Plays amazing. But they're so unlikable. They shouldn't be a team to begin with. Terrible market, too. I don't like the Nets. They're not even the best team in their state. Not even in their city are they the best. They're the best team.
They're the best. Yeah, not the most followed. Not the most popular.
Best franchise. You know what I mean? Like the most rich franchise.
Yeah.
So, it makes me sick to watch. But
like, it must be so difficult to defend the Nets, bro. But like, it's truly... It's amazing how they play, and man, I kind of have to say sorry to all the slant. No, I won't. Psych. Okay, forget that. I'm not saying sorry.
No, we don't say sorry.
Yeah, we don't say sorry. Come on, you want to know what? Listen, I have a deal with Delroy going on that I'll say sorry. That's if they beat the Bucks. I personally feel like the Bucks will still give them a rougher time. They're in Milwaukee, got home. Okay, I don't know who's gonna go to that game because like no one lives in Milwaukee, but like
that's true.
You want to know what? Home game, home court advantage. They're one of the best teams from home court this year. They could get these 2 games back. Look what happened with Toronto. You got those 2 games back against Milwaukee, right?
And if not these Bucks, let's kind of segue into your point a little bit, David. If not these Bucks, what about the Sixers? What about these Sixers?
Great transition. That was wonderful. I like that. What about these 76ers? Let me tell you about these 76ers, okay? It's going to be so easy for them. I don't care that they're down 0-1, okay? They're playing again tonight, okay? They'll get it back. It'll be 1-1, then 2-1, then 3-1, then 4-1. Gentleman sweep. I'm calling it. 5 games, gentleman sweep, okay? You heard it. You heard it here first. You heard it on the You heard it on the release podcast, okay? You know, I don't know what rhymes with hawk all the time, but you know what? 5. 76 and 5. Yeah.
And plus, bro, that end of game showed how bad the Hawks are in reality compared to the 76ers because they had 4 minutes left and they were up by so much. And what was the end score?
It was like they lost by 2, I think, because at the end they clutched up so hard. They were down by 7 and in a singular, in less than a minute, knocked it down to 2. And then Bogdanovich with a horrible turnover, and then then they had to foul Bogdanovich, and he's a 90% free throw shooter. But listen, man, Trey Young, Lennar Young, Young MA, okay, Emily Young, I don't care. Emily Young, I put the Emily Young. You remember that when we were little? 76ers and 5.
only Canadian viewers may even get that.
Only the Canadian viewers. Only the Canadian viewers. We just put the international viewers on. But man, they basically they're gonna have a free pass in the ECF. They're gonna be well rested. Okay. And the Nets and Bucks are going to be tired because I still believe that series is going to go no less than 6 games. It's going to be difficult for either team. So let's say the Nets go there tired. I personally think that the 76ers have a better defense than the Bucks. It's arguable. Yeah. It's arguable. But they got that Doc Rivers defense. No. But also I meant to say the Bucks because they could give them a harder time, especially because they're tired, right?
For sure. Yeah. Even though no one's had an answer to that offense.
Yeah, which is horrible. Right? But they'll just take advantage of those teams of the Nets with their rest. They got that big three of Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is my defensive player of the year, personally. Because it would be amazing to see him win.
Hasn't backed up a right to call him a two-way player though. Yeah, he is not going forward. He is not the best, and he should be because I'd really love him.
True. His passing though is lethal, and he can easily take advantage of any matchup that's given to him. Right. Besides, if you're Giannis or Kawhi guarding him, because that's his nightmare. Right. But listen, he could guard the 1 or the 5 with ease. He could guard KD, Kyrie, or Harden, any of them, and give him somewhat of a difficult time. Okay.
Yeah, they do have matchups for each player. I would say that. That's true.
Exactly. And then Embiid is a top 3 MVP candidate. He's practically giving you 30, 11, and 5 a night right now, which is insane. And he's injured.
Yep.
Right? Yep. So he's gonna get this rest.
Him on his back.
Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna say. He's as long as he stays healthy, which I think he can, with rest, he'll get up there. Yep. Tobias Harris. Okay. Tobias Harris. He's not amazing on defense, but he's there for that extra nudge on offense, which they don't need because they got guys like Shake Milton, Dwight Howard, Seth Curry, George Hill, Mike Scott, Matisse Thybulle.
Let's talk about George Hill.
They have wonderful depth. For me. Yeah,
I know it doesn't make any sense. Let me read out this team for you.
Yeah, read it out.
Danny Green, who's been playing well, putting
efficiency
minutes on his back. Seth Curry, George Hill, Tyrese Maxey.
Maxey, yeah. I love Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, players that shouldn't be doing it have a track record of not doing it. But
exactly. And they're doing it, right? And you know what? Listen, I'm contradicting myself by saying this because I was simply just trying to go against them when I was saying the Heat and I said they didn't have that much depth. And then my good friend Grant Smith DM'd me and goes, David, they have Dwight Howard and stuff. I totally forgot about those guys. So you want to know what? Yeah. I'm going to say this. I apologize. We don't usually apologize, but I gotta put some respect on that 76ers team's name because they are 11 deep when you only need 7 in the playoffs. Okay. And I'm not saying they're going to play all 11 guys. They're going to do some rotations throughout games, play 7, but damn, it's going to be hard to take them down with that.
And let's give a quick props to Mr. Doc Rivers too.
Yeah, man. Should have been a coach of the year candidate, in my opinion.
Sharing minutes with everybody. Everyone plays pretty equal amount.
Yeah, he's coaching like an elementary coach, and it's working.
Yep, Danny Green gets 30 minutes, and
it's worth it.
He doesn't have the points or assists or rebounds to show.
Yeah, he got a clutch steal. He got a clutch steal the other day. Against Bogdan.
And he's a vet too. Let's be real.
And he's a vet. You need that. You need that veteran, especially with guards like Matisse Thybulle. I could consider him a guard. Tyrese Maxey, all these guys in here, right? And then also, I'm talking about the finals here as well because I think they're going to go to the finals through this Nets team because none of those guys know how to coach defensively. So they're going to take advantage of that defensive matchup, right? And then offensively, it's going to be a different story. But if they go against the Clippers in the finals, which I have them doing, I originally had Clippers Miami, but now I have Clippers 76ers.
Okay.
Man, I hate to say it, but that'll be a breeze. Ty Lue won't put Kawhi on Ben Simmons or Embiid, and Kawhi doesn't demand matchups. Right?
He doesn't.
He doesn't demand matchups. So that's just light work. That's light work for them, for whoever it is.
Right now, the East has the most promising teams. I think whoever comes out of the East will probably win the title. But let's backtrack a little bit because I don't think within a shadow of a doubt that those Sixers get by my Nets. And I'm gonna give you a couple reasons.
Let's hear it.
That offense.
Well, what's the point of scoring 130 if you're going to give them 140?
Exactly. If you don't have to care about defense, that is something off of coaches and players' minds. Okay, and they do defend. Let's be real.
Of course, every NBA team defends.
But that's so nice to know that you have 5 or 6, or even 7 double-digit scorers on players on your bench who can come in and fill the roles of your stars that go injured. I have a tough time thinking that I think every team could take 120 from these guys, 130 from these guys.
It's true. It's because the 76ers are the type of team to score 120 against some of the best defense in the league. They've done it against the Bucks. They've done it against the Knicks. They've done it against the Raptors. They've done it against all these guys. Mm-hmm. And it's been embarrassing for those teams. So if they could do it against them, against a team with spectacular defense, mm-hmm. the Heat, they could do it against those teams. I have no doubt that they could score at least 20 more against the Nets, maximum 20 more, because I don't think we're going to be seeing 170, 180 in a game anytime soon.
Yeah, it's true.
Unless overtime. But if they could take 120 from the Raptors, Nets, Heat, Raptors, Heat, Knicks, stuff like that, in 48 minutes, imagine what they could do that Nets team with horrible defense. Horrible. They play defense, of course. They've stepped it up in the playoffs. They've enabled their inner, let's get this bread, get this championship won and prove everyone wrong. Mm-hmm. But man, it's still not that amazing. It's still not amazing compared to any of the teams in the league. Any of the teams besides the Warriors, and the Warriors still had an amazing defense.
Mm-hmm. But let's zero in on the game that they've dropped, and you could zero in on the Celtics Nets game that the Nets ended up dropping. But let's zero in on that Wizards Sixers game 4, I believe. Yeah. They let Bradley Beal and Westbrook go off. That's understandable. Those guys can go off at any moment.
Yeah,
against any team.
It's almost impossible to stop them.
But Bertans is getting 15. Hachimura is getting 20. Robin Lopez is having 19 minutes and getting 16 points.
That pissed me off.
Exactly. And I don't know. I think these are the 2 most competitive teams, and I think they will see each other in the conference finals.
They might, yeah.
And you still think there's opportunity for the Bucks here?
I do. I really do. People were saying that the Raptors were going to get swept. Okay. And you know what? Redemption. Quoting Pastor Brandon, quoting the Bible, take the log out of my own eye type stuff, But seriously, I believe that they can redeem themselves. They're going to Milwaukee, like I said earlier, one of the best home teams in the league this year. They're actually at home. They're not in the bubble. They're going to play well. Mm-hmm. I personally think that they're going to play really, really well. And they're going to have a shot at those finals. I think they're going to see the 76ers in the ECF.
Let's be real. They got to – all the Nets have to do is win 2 more games.
Yes, that's the problem.
At any point.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take away anything from the Nets. Yeah.
They've already laid the groundwork and held the Bucks to 80, which is beyond me. So, I don't know. I think they've shown enough to meet the Sixers in the ECF. Whatever happens from there, I have no clue. I'd love to think that offense is just unbearable. That's ridiculous. I have no words for it.
Yeah, the only problem with me is a lot of the time the Bucks losses, Giannis has played bad. Mm-hmm. So it just proves to me that when Giannis plays bad, the Bucks can't play that well because literally their defense, their offense, their playmaking, everything is centered around Giannis, right?
Yeah.
He's a consistent triple-double threat, even though it doesn't seem like it. It's true. He's already dropping 29 and 14 a game, and this man all has to do is rack up 10 assists, which could do with an ease, right?
Yeah.
But he had a bad game. He didn't have an amazing game. He didn't have a horrible game, but he just had a mediocre game. But they need him to play amazing for them to play amazing, and it's true. That's what they have to do. That's what he did against the Heat. But without that, man, it's scary to see what the Nets might do to these guys because to see them sweep a team that just came off a sweep. Oh,
yeah. He's not a proven playoff scorer that turns up hard. I mean, yeah, he's done it a couple times. He doesn't do it when it counts, though. They have
Yeah.
two players. Let's be honest. Harden doesn't usually pull up
So
hard
yeah,
for sure, but Kyrie and KD show up
they can show up.
multiple times,
Yes.
and if one doesn't show up, the other will. Like it's kind of guaranteed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they have those players that'll show up for sure. I think it'll definitely be them and the Sixers in the ECF, and that's a pick 'em for me. I don't even know what's gonna happen there. I'm gonna be like, I can't even come back at your Sixers claims because they look great and
They look amazing. It's true. Regardless,
even despite dropping that game against the Hawks,
yeah,
they still look great. And so yeah, I think it's gonna be a pick 'em, but it has to be those two there. I still don't think the Bucks have a
It'll
chance.
be so.
I'm gonna say it right now.
You can say it, man, but like, I don't know what's going on defensively. I was yelling at the TV and I was like, yo, this is a great defensive matchup. They had PJ Tucker on KD. They had Drew Holiday on Kyrie, and they had Chris Middleton on Kevin Durant, which was leaving Giannis to rest, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Now they only need to use two of those guys. So they got to use PJ Tucker and Drew Holiday well. But if PJ Tucker can't like hold KD to less than 30, man, they gotta they gotta switch Giannis on him. And I know they did that yesterday, and it was kind of tragic because Giannis got crossed over by like KD and Kyrie 3 times each. But man, he like I think they have to do a little thing, not a box and one because you can't do a box and one against that team. They'll just take advantage of it, right?
Yeah.
They got to do like a rotation thing where just a like a 3-2 what's it called, a 3-2 zone, because that's where their primary players are on the perimeter. And then when they get into the post, you got to switch it to like a 2-3 zone or switch Giannis and PJ Tucker so Giannis can guard KD in the post, because although KD's insane, he I don't think he can score over Giannis in the post. He's defensive player of the year candidate 24/7.
For sure, but I think PJ Tucker is more of a perimeter defender. I think
he's a better perimeter defender, but when he gets into the post, you got to give it to Giannis, I think.
That's true, but I mean, I'm saying like PJ, yeah, exactly. He's a great perimeter defender, but when they don't even have players on their bench that'll show up sometimes, like And I'm gonna be Jordan for a second.
Go ahead.
Mike Budenholzer is giving Giannis 30 minutes. That's his claim every time. That Mike Budenholzer doesn't know how to give people minutes. He doesn't give Giannis the space he needs to breathe and move and go. And that's ridiculous to me.
Like, what have we been saying? I literally brought up this point. Jordan brought up this point. Mike brought up this point. All of us have brought up this point at least one time when we're arguing against the Bucks. They can't do anything in the playoffs because Mike Budenholzer does not know how to coach Giannis. You want to be playing this guy at least 40 minutes a game. You're going to play him 30 minutes against the Nets?
There's 48 minutes in a game. Yeah, and there's no way he shouldn't be on for
2 minutes of rest a quarter. That's all he needs.
Yeah, that's all he needs. He's in the prime of his life. He's like, what, 26?
Yeah. He's like
able-bodied.
Oh my goodness.
He's an able-bodied guy. He's so athletic. He does avoid injury. 30 minutes is ridiculous.
He's
I don't know
young.
why people don't talk about this too much. Yeah,
there's no reason why you should be scared for this guy.
Like,
he's healthy. He's strong.
You shouldn't be giving other players more minutes than they need. Let's look at this last game when it was 125-86 for the Nets. PJ Tucker got 22 minutes. I don't think he needs to be out there for 22 minutes. I don't think a guy like Bobby Portis should be out there for 17 minutes.
What did PJ Tucker shoot from the three? I know it was horrible. Like, this guy's supposed to be one of the best. He is literally the best corner three shooter in the league.
Bar none. Let me check for you.
He did horrible. Right now, I was watching him break everything.
That's ridiculous. That shouldn't happen.
Mike Budenholzer, if you end up seeing this, the Bucks organization, I don't know who y'all president is. I know Drake has a thing with someone's daughter there, but that's just disrespectful. That's the epitome of disrespectful with Drake. That's hilarious.
He's been 25% from three this offseason.
Horrible.
25.
Horrible.
And when I've seen him in person. I've had the pleasure of seeing him in person.
Yeah.
And when that guy, I've seen him pull up. He's so sound from the perimeter, from the three.
Gosh, every time.
25% is worse than like weird shot Lonzo.
Yeah, like that's Ben Simmons, like Boban Marjanovic numbers, bro. Like you can't be doing that. Maxi Kleba numbers. Like I think Maxi Kleba is actually an okay shooter, but like you can't be doing that. It's the playoffs. You have proven yourself to perform in the playoffs before, back when you were on the Raptors, clutch defense, all that stuff, and you're letting KD drop 30 on you.
I didn't know this offhand. I'm not trying to sound like a crazy stat guy or anything, but I looked this up. He was having just 3 seasons ago with Houston, was having 45% from 3 in the playoffs.
That's like top 15 league numbers.
Yeah, with more minutes, so he's shooting more.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's making. That's wow. It's so weird for me. I don't know if Mike Budenholzer is using these guys correctly. Granted, he's 36. I'm not gonna knock him because he is old, but he should be better than that. A season ago, he was much better than that.
Yeah, he was like a consistent 15, 10, and 7 guy. Like he could get you those numbers. He could get you really good numbers.
If these guys are used correctly, there's no limit to what they can do. I think they could switch it around against Brooklyn.
Exactly, and that's why Doc Rivers had to make the switch from Brett Brown, because Brett Brown didn't know how to use these guys correctly. He was a bum. I think they got to get. I think they might have to fire Mike Budenholzer.
Hey, if it doesn't work out this season, that's been how many off seasons in a row where they've just been shockingly bad.
5, 6
compared to what they should be. Yeah, come on.
They got gentlemen swept by the Raptors. No, they got gentlemen swept by the Raptors once, and then they lost in 6. Like then they got swept. Lost in 5 to the Heat. Like lost in 6 to the Raptors. They lost in 6 to the Raptors twice in the first round, once in the ECF. Got swept by the Heat. Like got beat by the Celtics. What are they gonna do?
And this is a team that people love going to the postseason. That people think, you know what, this is Giannis' year, finals. Every time
and it always is Giannis' year.
So if they keep playing like this, I don't see a way out for them. They could obviously, and I'm saying they could, but I think it's Brooklyn Sixers, and then that's a pick 'em. I can't even argue that. I don't know what's going to go on there.
It'll be difficult. Like Giannis is producing 30 points per game in 30 minutes. So you don't think that giving up 40 points per game will maybe even get you 40 or 35, 37, something like that?
Yeah.
That'll give your team 7 points is a lot of points. That could be 7 points up. That could be 7 points to tie.
Yeah.
That could be 7 points to get a lead by 3. Multiple outcomes.
They could have won. They could have won games like this.
They could have won games
by just. Yeah, that's ridiculous. 31 and 31 points in 31 minutes against the Heat.
Like, I mean, come on.
And even 34 points in 35 minutes against the Nets in that first game.
Look at how well he's producing. He's basically getting a point per minute, and you're not going to put this guy on for 40.
That's ridiculous. You give it. That's how good he is in the paint. You give him the point. You go down, give him in the paint, and he'll do stuff for it every time. His field goal numbers are great. Yep, 57 from inside the paint field goals. No, inside the 3-point line. But
yeah, that's man. Ridiculous. If they keep this up, man, they have no hope. And Giannis has lost me money. Not Giannis. No. Mike Budenholzer, you've lost me money, and I will find you, and I will make you pay me back.
That's fact.
It's your fault, bro.
That's fact.
It's your fault.
It is his fault. Anyway.
Man, but that'll probably have to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really good episode. I enjoyed
it.
Yeah, I know. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. Did I miss something? Like, subscribe, turn on the post, share the video,
and buy your friend's merch.
Oh my goodness, yes.
For clothing.
Listen.
Stand up and show us that again, please.
I'm gonna stand up. Look at that. Look at this. Hold on. This sleeve right here. Look at that. Look at this. I don't even know where she found this.
It's ridiculous.
Like,
she can do anything.
Anything. Great reasonable prices. Okay, DM her. She could do customs, whatever. Just give her a couple days. She got you. She'll send them to you through Amazon and stuff like that. Man, she's really good. Like I said, she's selling a pair of jeans. So I'm going to leave the description to her Grailed and her Instagram in the bio. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, turn on the post notifications. Man, get us to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Please, we are begging you. YouTube has been doing us dirty.
Yeah.
YouTube has been doing us dirty. The algorithm hates us. You want to know why? Because we're taking the world by storm. We are taking the world by storm.
Yeah.
Okay? We're going crazy numbers on TikTok. We're doing crazy numbers on IG. So you want to know what? Let's blow us up there. We have all of our TikToks, all of our Instagrams in my bio. So guess what? Follow those. If you can't blow up here, we'll blow up on TikTok. If you can't blow up there, we'll blow up here. If you can't blow up here, we go up on Instagram.
There you go.
Just a cycle of social media. Let's do this. All right?
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, night, evening, wherever you guys stay at. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.